Okay, now members, let us say another question. It's now still about trig by solving, unlike others we've been seeing for proofs. Please, when you want all the videos about trig, they are there. A full topic is there. You go through the playlists and then scroll downwards. You'll see there's a whole topic about trigonometry. But for now, let us handle this one. You can handle this one in 1, 2, 3 steps. But for the purposes of explanations, we are going to go beyond those steps. Now, if they give you such a question, you see, solve the equation cos 2x is equal to 4 cos squared minus 2 sine squared. Now look at this number. The idea is that we have squares of sine and cos. The angle is, the coefficient of the angles is 1. And inside we have cos 2x. Now what comes into your mind is the idea of using the double angle of cos, which says cos 2x is equal to cos squared x minus sine squared x. I think we did all this in trigonometry. Now we are just going to apply it. So now if I substitute this into this equation, then you simplify, life goes on well. The other idea is you need to know how do we get angles. We have 4 quadrats in trig that we use. This one, this, and this, and this. But the question is, how do we get angles in those quadrats? This is how you get those angles in those quadrats. They are all science, tech, chemistry. As simple as that. You can, in your way. So the idea is, you look at the angle. So this is one angle. This is 2. So you first remove this. This is the single angle, and this is the single angle. And then you simplify as we are going to see. So from there, I'm going to first write this one. So I have cos 2x equaling 4 from here. Cos squared x minus 2 sine squared x. Now, my idea is I want to introduce so that this one is also having single angles to the left hand side. So I remove this using this double angle formula. So this will be now cos squared x After doing that, now the next thing is to correct like terms. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this side, and I take this one this side. I think you can see this one, I'm going to be having sine squared. Some people get lost. Let me handle that proper. This is going to be sine squared x. When we bring this one this side, it becomes a positive 2 sine squared x. We have 4. Cos squared x, then minus, when I bring this side, I have cos squared x. From here, negative and positive, we shall be having sine squared x equaling, when we subtract this and this, we have 3 cos squared x. Then we divide it through, so that when I divide it through by this side, I'll be having sine squared x over cos squared x equaling 3. And this will give us tan squared x equaling to 3. If you get a square root, you shall be having tan x equaling 2 plus or minus. This is where some people fail. After getting the square root, they forget that after when you get a square root of a number, you get plus or minus. For the reasons we covered at lower levels. So that's the case. Now, it means that we have a positive and a negative. What does it mean? It means that we are going to consider positive first, then we consider a negative first. So if I separate, I have first of all tan x equaling 2 root 3. You indicate where is tan positive. Tan is positive in the first and the third quadrant. But when you look at our range is between 0 and 180 degrees. It means that this one is beyond 180. So we are going to get only the angle here. So here is that it's in the first and third. But now I'm going to pass out the third because you see the one angle we want us to get is between 0 and 180. But it's that the third is beyond 180. That's why I'm not going to consider this. Okay, so from here you can start my x. When I take arctan, I'm going to get tan inverse of root 3 that is 60 degrees. And then in the other quadrant, it would have been 180. Let me put it so that we 180, then plus 60, the acute angle. By now, I'm going to cancel this out because out of the range. Out of the range. So the first x value I'm getting is 60 degrees. Then you come to this and you consider a negative sign. So from there, our tan x is going to be, now negative is just showing us the quadrants. So tan is negative in two quadrants, the fourth and the second. But it's that the fourth is beyond the limit. But you are going to get then after you cancel it. So this one means we are going to get, it's negative in the second and the fourth quadrant. Tan, so it's that our acute angle, we first get the acute. So it's that. Now after knowing the quadrants, now you can even know what the side is. This side is helping us to know the quadrants, as simple as that. So after knowing this, you can just get your acute, your x is going to be 60 degrees. Now, which quadrant? We need the second and the fourth. So this is the acute angle, so our x is going to be in the second, we get 180 minus 60. Then in the fourth, we get 360 minus 60. But this one we are going to cancel it out because it's out of the range. So I'm remaining with the x on red equaling to 1 subtract there, get 120 degrees. This one is the one in the second quadrant, and this is the one in the fourth quadrant. As we saw still, this one is the one in the first quadrant, this is the one in the third quadrant. So therefore we come to conclude that our angles are therefore x equaling to 60 degrees, comma. The other one is 120 degrees, and then we are through. But you can do this now by less than 3 steps, or less than 4 steps, just that you had to explain it properly. Now it's that the angles we have are in this range, as you can ever see. So always be careful. Most people misfire from here. After getting the square root, you'll just be adding the positive. I think we start with be adding only one angle if it goes down on the positive. So that's the case. I wish you well. We are going to start another question. See you, but please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and please share with your friends and like the videos. See you.